Hello, this is Natalie Armstrong-Motin with Marketing Resolution, and I have with me today as a guest Edwin Ford from Sarasota, Florida. How are you, Edwin?
I'm fine, thank you.
Excellent. Thanks so much for joining me today. I wanted to chat with you a little bit about your practice there in Sarasota because you are successfully able to combine mediation and arbitration and being a special magistrate in Florida for your clients, and balancing those three very different processes for your clients and having a successful practice at it is really interesting. Tell me a little bit about how you got into providing neutral services in Florida.
You know, I didn't start out as a neutral. My background was in commercial loan documentation. And then in the very late 80s or 1990s, we established a process in Florida for mediation. And I went through the school, I think it was in the spring of 1990, and quickly learned that the mediation practice was not compatible with practicing law per se. My personality tends toward the peacemaker side more than even the cordiality of transactional law. And so I transitioned from practicing law to full-time ADR. As I previously mentioned, my mediator number is 503. I think we're into the 10,000s of mediator numbers in Florida now.
So you're one of the original Florida pioneers. I like it.
I am. And I think I may have been the first to have a full-time mediation practice in Sarasota County.
Oh, wow. That's excellent.
Very proud of that. And
yeah. So I know that you are really passionate about the work that you do. And on previous occasions, you and I have talked about how personally you take the professional work you do, and that in fact you really find great joy in helping people, and that you become somewhat, I don't want to say depressed, but really disappointed when you're unable to reach settlement, which I know is the rare case, but still that speaks really highly of your professionalism. That's something I really like about you, Edwin.
The successes don't linger as long in me as the occasional failures do. And I'm hesitant to use the word despondent, but that's something like that I carry the impasses around with me for longer than the successes.
Yeah. The weight of it is really something, but you and I agree that the ability to help people escape the litigation system, get a restful night's sleep, to enjoy their relationships again, to get back to work, to do all of those things, the joy that you find in being able to help people do that is tremendous.
Yeah, I look at litigation as a train wreck, and I'm in there extracting the bodies from the wreckage. And in almost every case, I will say to the people, today is your opportunity to put this in your rearview mirror once and for all. And to wrap it up, put it in a box, put it on the shelf, and not think about it again. I think there is value in that, that goes beyond the monetary, or the win and lose. There's just peacefulness to be achieved in mediation. I like that.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So who are your primary kinds of clients? Do you do commercial work? Do you do family and divorce work? What kinds of cases do you hear?
Yeah, I have been brought into divorces, although I'm not certified as a family law mediator, but I've been brought into divorces to sort out the commercial involvements. But beyond that, I think I have managed to mediate virtually every kind of commercial transaction in this part of the world. And
Well, you've been at it for decades, so I'm not surprised to hear that.
I'm thinking my most recent case was was an impasse in a case that was 10 years old, involving less than $100,000 in dispute. And that is one of the worst that I've seen, although I guess decades ago I had a case on which the attorney had sought leave of court to file his 19th amended complaint. And that one sticks in my mind. And I've had cases in which at one time we were the epicenter of foreclosures in the United States. And I recall a couple who were trying to hold on to their home until their children graduated from high school. And that touched me, that they were that devoted to their children that they would engage in litigation for such a long time. And that has stuck in my mind, and that one has got to have been 20 years ago. And then the rest of it's just the run of the mill commercial. We used to like each other. Now we don't get along, and with the exception of people running their cars together, I think that most of the disputes that I see arise from what was at one time a cordial relationship. No strangers involved. And now, for a variety of reasons, it has gone upside down, or gotten sideways. And you know, these poor people come into my office not understanding, as long as they may have been involved in litigation, not understanding the milieu of what they're involved in. They understand lawyer bills, they have a rudimentary understanding of the procedural matters. They're under an enormous amount of stress, confused, angry.
Yeah, it really is tough. Really is tough on people. So I'm glad that the people there in Sarasota, Florida, have someone like you that they can contact and help get them out of that that situation.
Well, that's my goal, is to send everyone out the door at the end of the day with the dispute in their rear view mirror. Get a good night's sleep. You don't have to wake up in the middle of the night worrying about this, or tomorrow thinking about it. It is.
It's a nice gift that you offer people with your service.
Enormously stressful to them. If I can lift that off their shoulders, then I feel excellent about that.
Yeah. Well, Edwin Ford, it has been a pleasure talking to you, and I know that one of the easiest ways for people to connect with you, if they need your services or they have friends or family or neighbors who need your services there in the Sarasota, Florida area, that they can look for you on your website, which quite easily enough is edwinford.com, and I'll put the link down below in the description bar. And thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate the passion and the professionalism that you have in our industry.
Thank you.
All right. Listen, everybody, if you enjoyed this video, as always, please subscribe, like, and share. Send the link to anyone that you know might be having a difficult time and could benefit from contacting Mr. Edwin Ford in Sarasota, Florida. So this is me, Natalie Armstrong, signing off, and always be good humans. Take care.